China has urged cool-headed handling of a dispute over a giant Chinese balloon heading for the eastern U.S. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken earlier called off a visit to Beijing, saying the surveillance balloon's presence was an irresponsible act. Later, the U.S. reported a second Chinese balloon floating over Latin America. China expressed regret over the balloon over the U.S., saying it was a weather airship that had been blown astray. It was last spotted over Missouri. It is expected to reach America's east coast near the Carolinas this weekend. The U.S. has decided not to shoot down the high-altitude airship due to the danger of falling debris. The incident comes amid fraying tensions between the U.S. and China. High-altitude spying marks new low for U.S.-China ties. Was China balloon blown off course? Why use a spy balloon instead of satellites? In a statement on Saturday, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said Beijing never violated the territory and airspace of any sovereign country. It said its senior foreign policy official Wang Yi had discussed the incident with Mr. Blinken over the phone, stressing that maintaining communication channels at all levels was important, especially in dealing with some unexpected situations in a calm and reliable manner. It added that Beijing would not accept any groundless conjecture or hype and accused some politicians and media in the United States of using the incident as a pretext to attack and smear China. According to U.S. officials, the airship floated over Alaska and Canada before appearing over the U.S. state of Montana, which is home to a number of sensitive nuclear missile sites. The incident angered top U.S. officials, with Mr. Blinken saying he had told Beijing the balloon's presence was a clear violation of U.S. sovereignty and international law and an irresponsible act. He called it unacceptable and even more irresponsible coming on the eve of a long-planned visit. America's top diplomat had been set to visit Beijing from 5 to 6 February to hold talks on a wide range of issues, including security, Taiwan and COVID-19. It would have been the first high-level U.S.-China meeting there in years. But on Thursday, U.S. defense officials announced they were tracking a giant surveillance balloon over the U.S. While the balloon was, the Pentagon said, traveling at an altitude well above commercial air traffic and did not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground, its presence sparked outrage. On Friday, China finally acknowledged the balloon was its property, saying that it was a civilian airship used for meteorological research, which deviated from its route because of bad weather. And late on Friday, the Pentagon said a second Chinese spy balloon had been spotted, this time over Latin America. We are seeing reports of a balloon transiting Latin America. We now assess it as another Chinese surveillance balloon, said Pentagon Press Secretary Brigadier General Patrick Ryder. He provided no further details about its location. China has so far made no public comments on the reported second balloon.